I think I can't say that I was looking like, oh, Gary's going to have 9 threes today, but one thing that I told the team when they were trying to get Gary here and when I was trying to make that connection and bring him here is I told him, like, this is one of the most confident players that I've played with and unshakable guys. Like, his confidence is steady, his work ethic is steady, very stubborn, and he's a guy that's not going to fold up, when moments come. And he'll be there. And that was the one thing that I would have stood on the whole time with Gary. So when he has a performance like tonight, I know how much he really believes in himself. Some people believe when it's going well. Some people kind of get down on themselves. But I know his thoughts of himself, the true confidence. So this type of game doesn't surprise me by him. And it came at a time that we needed it.
You forced that turnover on the switch in the fourth quarter. It felt like in that second half, it was all about what you guys were doing defensively. Just what did you see from everyone to be able to turn up the switch? I think they scored 18 points in the third quarter.
I mean, in the playoffs, you can't allow teams to just move freely and do what they want. At this point in the season, it's all the best teams still playing, and you let them play free, they're going to make plays, they're going to make shots, and they're going to build confidence, and it's going to be hard to win a game like that. And I think that was kind of the most consistent thing in the first 2 games when we were on the road is we let them move free. The stretches in the game that we did get more physical and have more of a presence defensively, we went on runs, and gave ourselves a chance. And I think tonight it was like we came with the right mentality. Collectively, everybody was up and into the ball. We didn't just let things happen. We asserted ourselves on that end of the floor, and I thought we did it for a long period of time. And at the same time, it helped our offense, and we was able to get better shots. We were taking the ball off the rim, pushing it at a defense that wasn't set. We got our shooters involved, and guys made shots, and we just built on that.
For yourself, you had 2 steals and 2 blocks. I know you didn't shoot it the way you want to, but how did you find ways to affect the game on the other end?
Cover him up. I think for me, I've played in enough playoff games where I understand that it's just about finding a way to win. And after having so much time off, just sometimes your rhythm and your timing, things can feel good, but it's a work in progress. And it's just a mental battle. You got to keep finding a way, however you could impact the game. And that was my focus, is just to help find a way to win. And however that looked or whatever I needed to do, I was going to do it and, kind of just pour into the team and do that knowing that each game I'll feel better and better. And I just got to keep giving myself a chance to turn that corner and, for things to click. And tonight, that's what it was for me. It was just try to find some opportunities, try to find some rhythm and keep attacking when you get an opportunity, but play to win the game. I've had games where I scored 35 and 40 and we lost. So it kind of just shows that the only thing for us as a team to play for is to win games and keep giving ourselves a chance. And we won the game, and now I get another opportunity to come out and find it. You just never know when it's going to click, and, it could be an explosion.
How big was Jericho's rim protection tonight, and what value did he bring?
I thought it was huge. Obviously, in the playoffs, you got to find different matchups to try to change a series, as games go by. And tonight, he was out there. He was able to switch. He was protecting the rim, getting us extra possessions. And that's the energy and activity that we need off our bench, and especially when they bring in that second unit, where they stop pushing the table, where they, usually dominate second units. We can be that big in the paint and have that type of presence in the paint, I think, is huge for our team.
And then, obviously, protecting home court, it's crucial. How do you continue to do so on Sunday?
I think we just got to understand what went into us winning this game. I think to start the game, we didn't make shots. We got opportunities, but we didn't make shots. But our minds was in the right place. We were physical. We were connected defensively, offensively. We made the right plays and, found guys that were open. And we just kept trusting it. And I think when you do it so well in the game, it starts to feel like it's easy, But I think we worked really hard, at all of those things tonight. And we can't forget that going into the next game and think that it's just going to happen. We got to bring that same mentality and that same energy into the game and just know that it's going to be hard to do it again. And as long as we can hold on to that and sustain that type of focus and that type of presence, I think we give ourselves a great chance to win another one.
First home playoff game for both you and Giannis as a duo together at home, building that momentum. Just how did it feel?
I mean, it felt good just to be back on our home floor. Obviously, once you get to the playoffs, teams are going to have a scouting report. You know, they're going to have things that they want to get done against you and your personnel. And being out there with a player as great as he is, obviously the game is going to be a little bit different. So being on our home floor, having him out there, having our team as connected as we were tonight, you know, it was a great feeling.